get started here. If you don't, with these live workouts, you can always replay them. So that's the good part about it. So even if nobody comes in or you miss it, you can always replay it, which is good. And so, yeah, today I'm going to be going over doing a heel toe type tutorial and workout. Oh, I might need to move my mat back here. But you want to learn this move, the heel toe, you want to learn it. And it's not just to look cool or anything like that. There's a purpose to it, and it's to be able to jump rope for a lot longer, actually. And I'll show you how that is done. I'll explain to you why it works that way. Let me make sure I'm good here. All right, yep, that'll be perfect. Just gotta make sure my tripod is straight. And so, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna do a warm up. Today's workout, I'm gonna be using one of my favorite ropes, Elite SRS Pro Freestyle from Buy Jump Ropes. It's one of my favorite ropes out there. Yeah. It's a little cold out today in the garage, but that's what we're gonna be doing. And I'll go in and start doing my warm up. So let's do it. I pretty much do the same warm up every time with some variations, but it'll always start with these touches to warm up my hips. I think it's been almost a year since I started doing these live videos. Pretty crazy. Time is flying by. But time flies when you're having fun, right? So that's the workout. I mean, that's the warm up, first part of the warm up. The second part is I try to improve on the deep squat and staying there. It's a little bit difficult. It requires a lot of ankle mobility, but what I do is I start in a squat on my balls of my feet, and I just transition over and try to stay down like this. Try to do that for 20 seconds. It really warms up right here, the groin area and the quadricep. All right, next I do 1 minute of shadow jumping. Shadow jumping is really important, and I'll explain it later on in this video. There's lots of benefits, but it's a good move to do. Shadow jumping is good to do when you're trying to learn a new exercise with jump rope. So right now I'm gonna do shadow jumping with the heel toe. I'm gonna do that for 1 minute. So check it out. All that's missing is the rope. So if you're having trouble with this move, just do it without the rope. And the other thing about it is, shadow jumping is a great warm-up because it gets your blood flowing, it gets you in the right frame of mind, and it gets your body moving. So you don't have to do the heel toe, you can do the boxer step, you can do the basic jump, basic bounce, you can do the alternate foot step, you can do the cousin of the heel toe, the kick out, or the fast skip, I think some people call it, either way. And then you can loosen your arms up a little bit too. At the end of 1 minute of doing shadow jumping like this, you're gonna be in that cardio zone. For me, I'm normally at about 145 beats per minute. Let me check. Yeah, I'm at 131 beats per minute, so anywhere between like 130 to 150 beats per minute. It's one of the most, shadow jumping is one of the most beneficial things you can do to start off and for an active rest. So you want to incorporate that. All right, now we're going to start the workout. I'll get my timer here, and I'm gonna go through different variations of the heel toe. I'm gonna start with the regular, and follow along with me. I'm gonna start off with 3 minutes, just to be able to show you how this move goes, and then we'll just keep going from there. I'm gonna do 30 minutes, a 30-minute workout today, because I was here in the garage last night doing a workout, and I worked out for a pretty long time. So I'm gonna just do a more of a, not relaxing, but not as intense as the other day. All right. Okay, now just follow along with me and watch how I do this, and then I'll explain what I'm doing. So all I'm doing is, as I jump over the rope, I'm putting one foot with my heel down, and then I'm going back and retreating with my other foot. See? Now, the main benefit of the heel toe is that it allows you to rest one of your legs. The leg that's kicking out, so left, right, left, those feet are resting. It's a lot different, and you're not going to be able to rest if you're doing something like this. It's a lot different. Your muscles are still being activated. But when you do the heel toe, and you kind of extend your leg out like that, think about it in the sense that you're laying back on a recliner and you're putting your feet up. That's what you're getting there. So you're getting a rest with one of your legs. It's kind of the same idea as the boxer skip, except with the boxer skip, you're staying on the balls of your feet, so you're activating your calf muscles. But with the heel toe, you're not activating your calf muscles as much, so it's giving it a rest. This move right here, if you can master it, you're going to be able to jump rope for a much, much longer time. I could probably, with a mix of the heel toe, the boxer step, and the basic jump, basic bounce, I've jumped rope for 45 minutes straight before, and I can tell you that I could probably jump rope for a lot longer than that if I took the time to film it and set it up, and I programmed that into my day. Just because it's not necessarily the cardio, it's the technique and understanding how your body works. See, I'm getting the rest every time, and I'm getting more of a rest than I would with the boxer step. The boxer step is good for getting a rest, but it's really not as effective as the heel toe, in my opinion, when it comes to resting. See, it's been 3 minutes already, and aside from trying to talk when I'm jumping and the cardio that it takes to do this, I'm not tired at all. And my legs feel like nothing is happening. All right. Now, what you want to do with the heel toe is remember why you're doing it. It's to rest. So when you do that, you're resting your foot. And then when you kick back, you are alternating. Like that. And then you want to kind of bring your other foot back a little bit more. So. That's why it's called the heel and then the toe, because the toe is this part, the heel, and then. So the first thing you want to do when you're doing any move, and you might find it difficult, because I struggled with this move before I learned it. And I'll start with another 3-minute jump, and I'll teach it while I jump. You have to visualize yourself doing the move first. You have to visualize it. You have to see yourself doing the move that you don't think you can do or that you're having trouble with. If you can't visualize yourself doing it, then you're not going to be able to do it. You have to visualize it first. You have to see yourself, not somebody else. You have to see yourself doing the move because you know how your body moves. Nobody else knows that. As soon as you can visualize yourself doing a move, you've got the first step down. You've already, because you visualize doing it, you already believe you can do it because you see yourself do it. So visualization and belief are the first two, but they're combined into the first step. So in your mind, we think in pictures. We don't think in words, we think in images and pictures. So play a movie in your head of you doing whatever move you want to do. In this case, the heel toe. And just play that over and over again. That's the first step. So think about that. Then I'll go into the second step. After I'm done with this 3 minute. It's okay to trip up too. Everybody trips. So visualize and believe first. I know it sounds cliche, but a lot of things that are cliches are actually true. That's why people say them so much. Keep going. Try to slow it down a little bit. This is what it looks like a little bit slower. Now regular speed. Okay, now the second step is to do the shadow jump. So we'll do that for 3 minutes. I'll put the rope up. It's kind of like basketball practice with no basketball, like they do in that movie Hoosiers with Gene Hackman. So put the rope up and then go through the shadow jump. Because the shadow jump is going to help you. The shadow jump is going to help you because the rope isn't a factor, so there's no chance that you're going to trip, which is good. Tripping is what frustrates most people and why a lot of people just stop, and I can definitely understand that. But if you don't have the rope, if you're just doing this, it may not be as exciting, but you're getting the muscle memory and the movement down, so that when it's time to bring the rope back into the equation, it's going to be a little bit easier. So we're going to do 3 minutes of just the shadow jump. This is how you have to practice if you want to get the stuff down. So pretend like you have the rope and do the heel toe move, just like this. You've already visualized that you can do it. Now, you're putting a piece of that visualization into reality by actually practicing, but without the rope. Make sure you rotate the wrists. All of the same principles of jump rope apply, even though this is a different looking move. Still looking straight forward with a good posture, rotating your wrists, and taking inch to half inch or half-inch to inch jumps off the ground. This is what it should look like. And I know that practicing without a rope is not as exciting, but much of the time when you're trying to learn a new skill, it's not going to be very exciting. It's not going to be something that maybe you always look forward to. But a lot of the things that require learning a new skill are not very exciting, and they're tedious, but they're necessary. But that's what separates people who they start something and then they don't finish, with people who start something and see it to the end. Because the people who start something and see it to the end are the people who are willing to do things like this and do the things that are not very exciting and that are tedious. They become, I think what Darren Hardy says, masters of the mundane. They get okay with doing mundane tasks because they know mundane tasks are comprise 90% of skill acquisition and getting good at something. So you see me, I've been jumping rope for over 2 years now, and I still do this kind of stuff to practice and go back to the foundation and back to the fundamentals. Now let's bring the rope back into it, and you'll be able to see. After you do the shadow jump, you'll probably notice a little bit of a difference. You might still trip up, but you might get maybe 1 or 2 more than you did last time. So let's try it, another 3 minutes. And feel free to leave some comments or questions in the live chat. I'll get to them at the end of the workout. I appreciate the comments and the support and the dialogue. See, the only thing that's changed here is I have a rope. I have a rope and I'm using the rope. That's the only thing that changed between the shadow jump and what I'm doing right now. I'm rotating my wrist the same way. I'm moving my feet the same way. Now after this one, I'll go into the kick out, the cousin of the heel toe or brother or sister or whatever you want to call it. And there's only one difference. And that is that your heel doesn't touch the ground. It kicks out like this. See, everything's coordinated. My wrist rotations are coordinated with the way I'm moving my feet. Just like this. I'll slow it down a little bit. Now faster. Here we go. see my profile, you see what my wrist looks like, you see what my feet are doing. You go to the side. So those are the 3 steps that you want. First, you really have to visualize yourself doing the move. You have to picture you, not somebody else doing the move. You visualize it, you believe that you can do the move. You do the shadow jump to get your coordination and to coordinate everything. Once you feel like everything's coordinated, meaning your wrists are coordinated with the way your feet are moving, then you bring the rope into the mix and you try it out. All right. Now, another move that you can do that's very similar to this is the kick out or the fast skip. The only difference is your heel is not touching the ground. So I'm going to do that for 3 minutes, and you're going to see the difference. All right, I'm going. Okay. Now this is the heel toe. See the back of my heel is touching the ground. Now here's the kick out. So for a little while there, it's kind of a combination. It's a combination between the alternate foot step and the heel toe. One of my feet is completely off the ground, and one of my feet is supporting me. Kick out. You can do an exaggerated kick like this if you want to. If your knees are a little bit, need some loosening up, you can do an exaggerated kick, or you can just do a smooth regular one like this. You can switch between the two. Some people find this easier, some people find the heel toe easier. Here we go. You gotta get that rhythm. I'm going to go to exaggerated. Now back to regular. Here we go. Overall, it's going to be a lot more sustainable for long jumps and endurance if you use the heel toe, because both feet are on the ground at the same time. So one foot is taking most of the weight of your body. Okay, now, see that's a good one. I think that's a good move, but it's more for shorter durations because it's one foot is taking the brunt of your body all at once for more time than with the alternate foot step. Because the alternate foot step, you're doing this with the kick out it's 2 beats, it's 2 bounces on one foot. So it's gonna tire your feet out, or each side of your body out a little bit more quickly. Just some food for thought there. All right, let's see, what do we got? Wow. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna show you some variations that you can practice with the heel toe. This time I'm gonna do doubles, like that, and then you switch back over. There's so many different combinations of jump rope moves that you can do. If you just get creative and you start thinking outside the box, you can double up and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do 3 minutes, I'll show you the double, and then we will keep going. And I see some questions coming in. I will definitely field all the questions at the end, so please stay tuned to the end, and I will answer every question that comes in. Don't worry. I'm here for you. I'm here to answer questions. And I'm here to provide you the information that I have, definitely. All right, now 3 minutes with the double this time. Now, double. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. It's the same thing. All you're doing is doing 2 heel toes at once. Some people might find this easier because they're not having the switches off. See, it takes a little bit of coordination. It's funny, I started even thinking about a different move, and then I did that move. So it's a good reminder to keep your mind focused on the task at hand, and to do the move that you want to do right that time, not thinking about something else. Yeah, see? You're doing 2 on each side. This is what it looks like from the front. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel. See, I started trying to talk about what I was doing, and I think I messed up, right? So all you're doing is doubles of this. See, watch. Yep. That's all it is. That's the only difference. Keep it going. See, it takes coordination. But once you do a move enough, it's going to become embedded in your brain, and then it's not going to take as much effort. Because your brain, once you start doing something, your brain is going to recognize, and then it's going to go on autopilot. And you're just going to be able to perform without thinking about it. But you can only get to that level or that space where your brain goes on autopilot with practice. That's the only way. And the thing that you get when your brain takes over is you get speed. That's what you get when your brain takes over. If you ever see someone like Buddy Lee jumping really fast and all that, that's because he's practiced it so many times that technique and that sequence of moves is burned into his mind to where he doesn't even think about what he's doing. He just goes and starts. But that only comes with practice. So with the practice, what you get is embedded into your memory. Your muscles memory takes over, your brain takes over, and then that equals speed. So that's just something to be aware of there. But the only way you get there is with practice. That's it. All right, now I'm going to show you a version of the heel toe that Bernard Hopkins does. Bernard Hopkins, most people know who he was, pretty famous boxer from I think from the 80s and the 90s and the 90s and the 2000s. I think he started in the late 80s, or he might have started in the 90s. I know it was in the 90s and the 2000s, but I'll do my best to mimic what B-Hop does. Okay, this is what Bernard Hopkins does. So this is a regular heel toe, and this is just a variation. So what he does is, he does that. And goes in front. But you want to be really careful here not to straighten your leg out all the way, because that can cause injury. And then he will do something like this, where he'll come across, tap his toe, so tap, toe, tap. See, I can't talk when I do it. You're just gonna have to look. Toe, here, tap, toe, here, tap, toe, here. See, I can't do it. But I can't talk while I'm doing it. That just shows you the level of coordination required to do these things. So if you do get it, which you will, you'll understand how much coordination it takes. Just look at all the things I'm doing here. Both my arms are rotating the rope, and then I'm switching from my heel to my toe while still jumping with the other foot. So you can do it two ways. You can stay on your heel like this, or you can tap with your toe and then go back to your heel. If you want to jump like Bernard Hopkins. Now this is just my interpretation of what he does, okay? I don't claim to be a great boxer or jump roper or anything, or jump rope as well as Bernard Hopkins. I'm just showing you my interpretation of what he does. You can do this. Once you get the coordination now, you can do this all day long. You just need that cardio too. Cardio and coordination. And at a steady state like this, you can go all day. See me having a conversation with you. The only time I slipped was when I tried to articulate what I was doing with my feet, right? Yeah. So that's a version of the heel toe there. That's a little bit more complicated. All right, that's a little bit more complicated. So what I would tell you is don't try to do something like that without getting the regular heel toe and the double and the kick out. You don't want to try to do something like that until you're able to do the foundation moves. But you see how with jump rope, you have your foundation, and then of several foundational moves, and then you can play off of those foundation moves, just like you saw me doing with Bernard Hopkins jump. It's a heel toe foundation, but so Bernard Hopkins is the same way. Anybody who does these moves, whenever they get the base move down pat, they start to get creative. They're like, okay, well, what else can I do with this? And then that's when the creativity takes over, and that's why jump rope is such a great tool for getting in shape, because you can never run out of different things to do. And that's an example of that, the Bernard Hopkins style of the heel toe, okay? All right, so I don't think I have any other version of the heel toe to show you. So I got 29 minutes right now. I'm gonna go until I burn 300 calories. I'm at like 290. And so I'll do one more 3-minute jump, and I'll combine them all together as best I can so you can see all the different styles that I went through today. All right. And you can always play this video back and all that, or if you want me to do another video like this, just let me know. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, message me there, or you can leave a comment, and then on my YouTube channel here, and then I'll see the comment, and then I'll have an idea for the next video. All right, let me go into 3 minutes, and I'll go through all of them. Okay. Now let's start with the beginning. Heel toe, regular heel toe. All right, now I'm going to do the kick out now. So the difference between the heel toe and the kick out is on the foot that's kicking out, my heel is not touching the ground like it is with the heel toe. So this is the kick out. Heel toe, kick out. Heel toe, kick out. Okay. Now I'm going to go from the regular heel toe to the double. 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 For me, and this is just my personal preference, the double is easier for me for some reason. I'm not sure why. Probably because I'm not having to change my feet as much. I'm having to do it half as much because I'm doing a double. Because I'm doing a double with both feet. Okay, this is the double. Same regular heel toe, now double. If you really want a challenge, try to go between the two. It's going to help you with your coordination. It's really going to help your coordination if you can alternate seamlessly between the two. Now I'm doing the kick out. Now I'll go to the double heel toe. Now kick out, double, regular. See how you can do all that? Now I'll put the Bernard Hopkins into the mix. So I'm doing the heel toe. Let me do a double, double. Now Bernard Hopkins. See? Now I'm going back to the heel toe. Now I'll do the Bernard Hopkins. Now I'll kick out. Now back to Bernard. See? See, it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. It's so fun that I think I'm going to do another one. But this time, I'm not going to call out what I'm doing. I'm just going to go ahead and try it and not call out what I'm doing. And then what you can do is try to figure out what I'm doing and try to mimic what I'm doing. And play the video back if you want to. But for me, whenever I start talking, I start to have a better chance of tripping. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do 3 minutes of exactly what I just did, changing back and forth between the different moves I went over. But I'm not going to say anything. So it's a good practice for you to see how to change from the different types of moves without me saying something. So I guess it's like a test, if you want to call it that, or a quiz or something like that. Or more like a game to see what moves I'm going to do. And then you can try it yourself too. All right, ready, go. This is the last 3 minutes. I'm just gonna go here. That was a really fun one. Man, I had a lot of fun. And I was able to move a lot better. All right. Now, let me see. Okay, I'm done now. I got 360 calories. That was really fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And as promised, I'll go through the questions and gladly answer all the questions that you have. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, now let me see what we got here. There's a lot of shirt. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks for the $5 donation shirt. Appreciate it. Caleb, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, maybe you should mix the content up. There's a lot that goes into YouTube. For your channel specifically, I'm no expert or anything like that. I would suggest looking at if you're serious about YouTube, I would suggest looking at the channel Video Creators and Tim Schmoyer. I would suggest looking him up. He's got a lot of good tips on how to grow a YouTube channel. Sunny Leonarduzzi, I heard that her channel isn't, her channel's good, her content is good. I heard her course isn't all that great, so I would just stick with her free content. But she's another good YouTube growth source. There's a lot that goes into YouTube, trust me. I've learned it over the past 2 years. It's a skill set. All right. Sure, yeah, this is a great move. I think you'll enjoy it. Just keep trying to get after it. How can you keep skipping that long? Yeah, I think that it's really about just practice and taking rests. JDE Group. You just have to, and shoes have a lot to do with it. If you get a good pair of shoes, I use Brooks running shoes for my jumping, and ever since I switched to that, my jumping has been a lot better and comfortable. Well, okay, good. You got the kick out. That's good. And also there's cardio too. The cardio factor. Just got to get in there and try to do more than you could do the next day. Try to do time jumps. Try to go as long as you can. If you go on my website, jumpropevet.com, and you get on the mailing list, you can get a free 30-day jump rope workout. That's designed to build up your endurance by like 20 seconds at a time. Hey Johnson, thanks for the 3 pound. I appreciate it. Yeah, okay. They had some stuff about shoes. Yeah. You want to, Brooks is what I recommend. Definitely want to, Brooks might not be for everyone, but I can tell you, when I switched to Brooks, I went above and beyond what I thought I could do. Yeah, the 2 pound rope is a killer. Thanks a lot, Finn. I appreciate it. Mattis, thanks a lot. Yeah, the tennis ball is a good idea. Lacrosse ball is good too. Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Ah, you're from Germany. Okay. I was actually born in Germany. My dad was in the military. I was born in Stuttgart. Thanks for all the chatting. I appreciate it. Yeah, turmeric is a good one. All right, Finn. Have a good one, man. Yeah, ballerinas actually have those people who do ballet, they are insanely strong. I can't believe some of the stuff they can do. It's amazing. That's actually a good idea to watch some of their stuff. looks like, all right. It looks like that's it. That's all the chat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick around and do a cool down. So if you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments. I'll get to them. I'm gonna do like a 5 minute cool down because my phone's about to run out of batteries anyway. All right. Gotta keep watch on my phone here. This is a good cool down. Practicing this stuff. Ugh. Not a lot of room in here. Yeah, Brooks. Yep, that's right. Brooks. Try the Brooks Ghost 13. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm signing off now. Have a great weekend. Jump rope to freedom. Peace. Thanks for your support. I appreciate the super chats as always. Thank you, Shirt and A. Johnson.